We have an update on the Valve console, Silksong has broken everything, and a few surprise games are coming to Nintendo Switch too. Hello, I'm back again. I didn't do so terrible of a job last week that Joe's let me do it again while he is still in the process of getting his office set up. Fingers crossed, our favourite old gamer will be back next week with some more indie news. But enough about us. Let's talk gaming news. You may remember last week we talked about a potential Valve home console, which has sort of got an update. This week, a Reddit user has spotted 2 trademark filings from Valve, one of which is for a device called the Steam Frame. Now, we don't, of course, know what the Steam Frame is. There's a lot of speculation about what that might be. It is, according to the patent, a computer game consoles for recreational game playing, along with peripherals and video game controllers. It could very well be the new VR headset people have been waiting for a long time, but it could also be the home console that was potentially leaked last week. So Valve haven't responded for comment. I mean, why would they? They don't need to. We don't know if any of this is even true. But the trademark is still stirring rumours about what might be coming from Valve. A lot of people are hoping it's the VR headset, which is codenamed Decade, which is said to be the next generation of VR headset from Valve. Obviously, Oculus and Meta have a huge monopoly over VR right now, but we will see this is Valve's response to them. Alternatively, as I said, it could be what we discussed last week on the Indie Update, the home console that Valve might be working on. There is lots of discussion on Reddit and other forums online about what this could be from Valve, but one thing is certain. People are excited that the Steam Frame might herald the arrival of Half-Life 3. Or a follow-up to Half-Life Alyx, which is personally one of my favourite games of all time. Fingers crossed! Next, unless you've been living under a rock, you might have noticed that Silksong has released. And it went well, you could say, I suppose. Team Cherry launched Hollow Knight Silksong this week on the 4th of September for just $19 or £16, which is crazy, by the way. And subsequently, they broke literally every single storefront. PSN broke, the Xbox storefront, Steam, and the Nintendo storefront all went down because of how many people were trying to buy Hollow Knight Silksong on release. I don't know why they didn't do pre-orders. I feel like everyone in the world except Team Cherry knew how successful this was going to be, and I'm honestly shocked that nobody thought this would be a problem. Despite these issues, the game blasted off to 100,000 concurrent players on Steam within the first 45 minutes of its availability, so you could say it's been a fantastic success for Team Cherry. I'm not sure why they didn't do a pre-order thing. The game was only announced 2 weeks ago, so it's not like it's a pre-order months and months in advance. It broke the Steam homepage and it also disappeared from the store multiple times during the day because of how many people were trying to buy the game. So it is absolutely baffling to me that they didn't decide, hey, let's just let some people have this a little bit earlier so we avoid these kind of issues. There were no review codes sent out, so we are still getting reviews as and when people have finished playing the game, but the universal response seems to be overwhelmingly positive, which is amazing for AA/indie games. I mean, this is a huge launch. I don't know what's going to beat it in this month. I mean, maybe Borderlands, but I highly doubt it. If you haven't already downloaded it, then don't worry, it has been fixed as of now. But if you don't want to buy it, even though it is only $20, then you can play it for free, sort of, on Xbox Game Pass. So I'd start playing it now so you can be as cool as everyone else who's playing it, which seems to be like 95% of the population, so get on it. Lastly, we have a few games coming to Nintendo Switch and Switch 2, the most exciting of which I would say is Indica. Oddmeter and 11-Bit Studios have announced that its hit Indica is coming to Switch and Switch 2 this fall, or autumn, if You speak the Queen's English. You can get a physical or digital edition, and if you haven't played the game yet, you should know it's critically acclaimed and absolutely fantastic, so I'd check it out if you've only got a Switch to play on. Something that also launched onto Nintendo Switch this week is Forsaken 64, the N64 hit that's been launched onto Nintendo Classics Mature. And if you don't know what that is, which I also did not, Nintendo Classics Mature is a separate launcher to the original Nintendo Classics that has this game and GoldenEye on it. And that's it, because they're the only rated M games on the Nintendo 64 that they have currently on their platform. The game is heralded by a lot of people as their favourite N64 game, so it's definitely exciting that it's finally hitting new consoles so that a whole new generation of people can play it. If you haven't already checked it out as part of the Nintendo Switch Online and expansion pack sort of group thing, so if you have that, hey, a new game's coming your way. Lastly for today, and announced this week, Netherworld, the side-scrolling action game, is launching onto Switch and Steam on September 12th. This brutal roguelike can be pre-ordered now, because apparently everyone but Team Cherry says pre-orders are fine. And if you'd like to try before you buy, there is a demo available on both platforms. It gives you a little taste of what you might expect from the game. With brutal boss fights, 200 NPCs, mini-games, twisted humour, and lots of tentacles, why not check this one out when it launches on September 12th? That's all we have this week for the indie update. Make sure you come along next week to find out everything that's gone on in the indie world. We have lots of videos coming this week, so do make sure you subscribe and check out our Patreon if you'd like to support us. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!